Hello. Talk about a few things today. Well, really only one. There's, as usual, an awful lot going on in the world of HR. Federally, as of January 1st, the Paycheck Transparency Mandates of Fair Pay and Safe Workplaces Executive Order take effect. Again, that's January 1st, another executive order that goes into effect. How long that'll stay, we don't know at this point. A lot of other things going on with the EEOC and the 2016 Employment and Labor Review, Labor Law Review, all kinds of things. And even 18, no, not 18, 17 states and the District of Columbia, because it's a district, not a state, actually have minimum wage increases as of the first of the year. And I'll probably get into a lot of that next week with a short conversation, a short video. Right now, I'm going to transfer from the conversation last week on kind of bemoaning the quality of resumes that we see that have not been proofread or are just full of silly things that don't help present someone in a good professional light, to talking a little bit about how people hold themselves out. And I titled this, your social media brand, how they hold themselves out on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you are. There's all kinds of platforms out there now. And I had gotten into a tiny discussion, not long, and because again, I was thinking about the quality of resumes and how disappointing that can be, to how people respond. We put up posts on different areas of social media, like a lot of people do, and the responses are sometimes just cringeworthy as far as spelling or lack thereof, grammar or gross lack thereof. And I was basically told, you have to expect that that's what you're going to see. Again, from Cody here with me, and when anybody can join a platform, you just have to kind of roll with that. And a lot of people who use Facebook to communicate are now accustomed to not spelling full words to get their point across. And personally, that drives me nuts. I don't want to see the letter U for the word you. Take the half a second of extra time to put the Y and the O in there. An R, A-R-E, not the letter R. Things like that do drive me nuts personally. And I don't know, I've talked to a lot of people who look at the communication that they get on social media, and I think, things like Facebook, like this. Facebook, I think, is held to maybe a little bit lower standard of communication than, say, maybe perhaps LinkedIn, which is supposed to be kind of the professional version of Facebook. But still, I see very, very what I call lazy spelling and lazy grammar there as well. Twitter can be horrible for that, but you get 140 characters to make your point. A lot of people are really pretty good at doing that. But we've started communicating in these tiny little snippets of letters and spaces, not even full words anymore. And that, I find that frustrating. I am the kind of guy who actually still likes to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, or go visit someone, go out in a car, arrive at a door, knock on it, open it up, and talk to somebody face to face. I enjoy that much more than messaging. So I have to remind myself to check actual messages for Facebook, or messages for LinkedIn, or any of that other stuff. Even though it's been there for a long time and I've been involved for quite a bit of time, it still doesn't come as a natural sort of method of communication for me. Anyway, what do you guys think? Am I being maybe perhaps a little too overcritical on communication and the style in which it comes through Facebook and other social outlets? Or if you're someone who actually does recruiting or checks people out when you receive a resume and go online to see what their social presence looks like, looks like. What do you expect to see? What do you want to see from an applicant? What are your expectations there? Share your thoughts. Until next week, I'm Peter with Galt Staffing. If you need any help in HR, recruiting, employment law, all that kind of good stuff, those are the things that we do. Reach out, let us know. We're happy to help. Meanwhile, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate either of those.